Eddie Bravo and I went to a live event in the 90s. I was working for the UFC as a backstage interviewer, and he went there with Ricky Rocket. You know Ricky Rocket from Poison?
No.
He's a fucking black belt under the Machados. He's legit, super legit. Really nice guy, too. Anyway, so Ricky Rocket and him were at the UFC, and we were talking about it in the 90s. We're like, you know what the sport needs? Because we were in love with it. We're like, but we were martial artists. We were like, the sport needs some billionaires who just throw a ton of money at it and just get it huge. And then the Fertitta brothers come along, billionaires with a ton of money who are huge fans of the sport, just love the sport. You know, we're hiring people like Frank Shamrock to come in and train them and work out, and we're taking jiu-jitsu with John Lewis, and they were really getting into it. And so then they buy the UFC for like $2 million, which is probably the greatest purchase ever, except they were $40+ million in the hole when they financed the Ultimate Fighter. And then that was 2005, and then this one fight takes place with Stephan Bonnar and Forrest Griffin on television. It's so wild and so crazy that millions of people start tuning in. The sport's born. Then you have Chuck Liddell, who was the champion at the time, who was the most fan-friendly champion you could ever have, just a fucking berserker, with just a psychopath with a fucking head tattoo and a mohawk, crushing people in his prime.